Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, I'm going to be reviewing a film that's considered a knockoff, and all I really gotta say is, yeah, have to deal with that level of bad when I was watching this. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. So, of course, as usual folks, I have to talk about the plot.
6.5 hours later. Few inches later. Day 2. Day 3.
There's a cat,
Day 4. A few moments later.
there's a whole bit where
1 eternity later. 3 days later.
I had this thing in a castle,
12 seconds later.
and something about a princess.
3:28 a.m. Weeks later. 3 months later.
I like the queen,
Tomorrow.
or whatever she was. She sounded like she was drunk the entire time.
Tomorrow for sure.
And coitus was brought up.
Eventually. An hour later. 2 hours later. 3 hours later. Next day.
Am I kidding? No plot, really. There's far too little of a story for this. Let me speak up here, folks. So I'm gonna keep this video short as humanly possible. So yeah, there's something about this supposedly clever cat, and he basically wants to use magic to help his master to find true love, and that has something to do with the princess character, and he can run really fast and whatnot. I guess that's one of his abilities or whatever. And this princess character is supposed to have her own life going on in this castle or whatnot. So yeah, the main character, he's not exactly, I guess you would say, he's not exactly Prince Charming or anything, but he wants to be with a princess character anyway, nonetheless. So yeah, so he's basically like a nobody, pretty much, and he wants to have the royal life, I guess. I don't know why, but okay, it's never explained. But the cat character wants to help him out anyway to find the love like he supposedly deserves, I suppose. And why does this cat really want to help him out? I don't know, really. But yeah, the cat can talk, and he's magical or whatever, I guess. He's magical in the sense that he can talk, I guess. So animals can talk in this world. I don't know. I don't know why. But okay. Yeah, there's some villain characters, I guess. But, I said characters. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, none of these are really characters, really. I would say one-dimensional. I would say one-dimensional. But even saying that's too much. Like, what, maybe just going off on character traits, and that's it. And, look at this dude, for example. He's mean, I guess. He has a big nose. He has barely any hair. He has a laboratory, I guess. And, that's it, really. There's not much to any of these characters, really, is what I can say. That's it. Yeah, it feels really padded. This movie feels like it's really padded, really. And there's also a thing with this character who can sing, I guess. And she actually gets a compliment about her singing, I suppose. Oh yeah, speaking of singing, there's way too much singing here. There's way too much singing in the entire movie. But okay. And this cat, he's a cat, and yeah, he's a cat. So there's not much. Like I said, there's not really much to the characters really, and there's a lot of singing. I mean, there's so much singing in this. And then there's also this character, his mustache, and anyway. So yeah, there's quite a bit of singing throughout the entire film. Like I said, folks, it feels really pallid. I mean, the film is short, but it feels lengthy. And these two characters, they team up, and I don't know why they want to do it. I guess they're friends, I suppose. They know each other for a good while. The backstory is never really clear, really, like at all. But anyway, as I was saying with the characters, there's also this monkey. He's a monkey, and he's a monkey. So yeah, like I said, this movie is horrible. The animation is close to being decent, I guess. It was almost decent animation. Maybe if there were like a few more dollars, a few more bucks thrown in there, they can make it more better, I guess. But it was almost decent, I guess. The film is available on Blu-ray if you want to torture yourself in HD, I guess. Or that's the standard DVD if you want to buy it. So you know what? Here's my middle finger. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. No. I actually bought this movie in this packet here, folks, of 8 movies. I don't know if I'm going to watch them all, but we'll see, I guess. We'll see. And at the top of the animation, it's not really good. It's not the worst, but not good. I mean, come on, Cinderella, the original one, looked a lot better than this. And that's the thing, this movie came off like a knockoff of Puss in Boots and Cinderella, both the same thing. But I guess they were trying to disguise it as something else, I guess. But yeah, folks, this was not a good movie. Yeah, no, just no, just no. To learn that this was actually the dubbed version of this film I watched, and so yeah, I guess that explains the really bad voice acting. It was originally a French movie, I believe, but if you're gonna expect me to watch the original French version, I'm not gonna do that. You're asking for too much. I can't imagine it being better than this. At least not by much. Especially with the cat's voice. Yeah, his voice was really irritating to me. It just made the entire thing even worse, if you ask me. But yeah, just no, folks. None of this worked. Even the voice acting was bad for everyone else. And the English speaking cast members who did the voiceover for this did a really poor job. Like they weren't even trying, really. Even the singing, oh dear God, the singing. Yeah, I'm bringing that up again because it's so horrible. Not even the singing. I've seen bad movies with decent singing before, but I can't say it for this. This had bad singing altogether. I'm not gonna buy the soundtrack for this movie. No, it's horrible. So I didn't like the character designs all that much, really. Yeah, as a characters. But anyway, so yeah, just no, folks. I didn't like the. There's no character development, obviously. There's no real plot development. There was no real risk. It felt padded, like I was saying earlier. I mean, it's barely over an hour, but even then, it felt like it took forever to get to the point. Really, it felt like way too padded. Even when it began, it felt too padded. It felt like it was really boring. If anything, this was a boring bad movie. If anything, I guess it was a boring bad. Not exactly the most cringy bad movie ever, but if I had to put it in a category of bad, it's boring. It's hideously boring. I mean, there's nothing at risk. I mean, you know everything's gonna be okay at the end. I don't have to explain it, but you already know. So yeah. Ah, shit. It's Mr. Monkey. How many times do I have to tell you I'm not gonna buy you these god-awful movies? What was that? You want me to buy the soundtrack to this movie?
How about no?
Wanted to get better, and I waited to get better, but it never did. No, Mr. Monkey. The dialogue here is extremely awful. Really bad dialogue. I'll give this film an overall rating of 4.5 out of 10. It's a 4.5 out of 10 for me. As always, thanks for watching, and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh yeah.